is your best friend? This is my best friend, Bob, my husband, my partner for 41 years. I lost him last August. And to top it off, I had already submitted my resignation to retire at the end of September, so he and I could spend time together and enjoy each other's company. The life that I had planned for us was gone, just like that. The hardest thing was coming home in the evening to an empty house. And I could feel the loneliness building inside me to the point where it was getting almost unbearable. And finally, it did. It was the last Sunday in October, late afternoon. I was working at my desk at home, and all of a sudden, the grief just grabbed me. It was so ferocious. And I have to tell you, all I remember thinking was that I can't go on. I don't want to go on. I was scared. The feelings were so intense. And all I know is that I knew I was not ready, I was not prepared to deal with those kind of feelings. And I just reached for whatever I could find on my desk to distract me. Anything to escape from feeling. The brochure I picked up, it was about a nonprofit organization called With My Own Two Hands, whose mission is to provide sustainable solutions for projects in Africa that benefit orphaned and disadvantaged children in need. So I read the brochure, went out to the website, and before I knew it, I had signed up as a volunteer for a 2-week trip in January to Kenya. Oh. I have not been out of the country for over 45 years. I don't even like to travel. And I can guarantee you Kenya was not on my bucket list. Oh my gosh, the immunizations I would have to get, a passport, the Ebola threat. Oh my! Now, this isn't the first jam that I've gotten myself into. And I found myself talking to Bob because he knows how impulsive I am. And he said to me, he said, PJ, look, just let go. Everything is going to just take care of itself in time. Now, the next morning, I knew I had to make a choice. Was I going to let depression continue to eat me alive? Or was I going to embark on a new beginning in a third world country over 10,000 miles away? Now, I'm petite, but I want to tell you, there is a lot of spunk in this little frame, which is why I decided I'm going for the gusto. Let's fast forward to January. Now, I'm talking about January, just last January, 2 months ago. I'm at LAX. I meet the other 8 volunteers, and we are headed for a girls' rescue center in Kenya. Now, you might ask yourself, what are these girls being rescued from? They're being rescued from female genital mutilation, which is practiced by the Maasai tribe, who believe that girls at the age of 12 are to be circumcised or cut. And it's not uncommon that this girl's younger sisters will all probably be cut at the same time, because then their father only has to pay for one ceremony. Now, in the Maasai tribe, men can take as many wives as they want. And in the village that we visited, this one man, by his first wife, he had 11 children, 12 children by his second wife, and 8 by the third wife. 31 children. Imagine how many daughters he had. And you know what? Most likely, the same knife would be used to cut every one of those girls. I read a quote from a surgeon of the Maasai tribe, and he said, "Cutting girls is something our people have done for hundreds of years. No one is going to convince us it is wrong." Yes, female genital mutilation is horrific. But girls are being rescued. And when those girls are rescued, they are given hope because they have a new beginning, a new life. That's what we need to hold on to. That's the miracle to share. And what a miracle! Girls are being rescued. Wow. Talk about miracles. Me and the other 8 volunteers, we have arrived in Nairobi. In fact, we're in a van headed for the rescue center. So come on, I want you to get in the van with me, okay? Plenty of room. The first thing I need to tell you, though, is that your body clock is so out of whack because Kenya is 11 hours ahead of us and you couldn't sleep on the airplane. So you are exhausted. By the same token, you are just going a million miles an hour. Because, you're finally here. This is exciting. You're anxious, though. You're nervous. You don't know what to expect. And you've got all of these feelings just churning in your gut. We finally get to the rescue center, and we see the girls. There's about 50 of them outside standing around, but they're not saying anything. They're just standing there. They're looking back at us in the van. And in the van, it had actually started to get, it was just quiet. It's like none of us knew what to do. Finally, one of the volunteers opened the door to get out of the van. And oh my gosh, all hell broke loose. Those girls rushed to us. They embraced us. They hugged us. Oh, the bonding that was happening. That was the magic. And that bonding just grew stronger and stronger during our entire visit. And before we knew it, though, it was time to come home. Now, the girls at the rescue center, there's not a lot of opportunities for them to be able to go out because that requires a bus and a driver. And that takes money, and there's just not money for things like that. So the volunteers and I, we decided that we would plan a field trip, and we would take the girls to go swimming. Oh my gosh, when they found out, I have to tell you, all hell broke loose a second time. They were so excited. Did they get to go into town? And then to think that they were going to be able to go swimming. Oh my gosh, most of these girls have never seen or been in a swimming pool. Something that they probably wouldn't have even experienced in their entire life. They were so excited to be able just to go into town. So off we go. The next day, we head for the swimming pool. Now remember I said this is the first time that they've been in a swimming pool. So here I am. I'm teaching them the basics. Now remember when you were a kid and you went for swimming lessons? What did that instructor tell you? Get those arms up by those ears. Keep those hands cupped. Legs straight. Toes pointed. That's what I'm telling the girls. Oh, did they have fun? And I can tell you that was just such a great day. They could have just been beamed back to the rescue center. I'm going back in December for a month on my own. And I have to tell you, little PJ, she is so excited to go play with her newfound friends. And I promised her today that I would show you the bracelets that the girls made her, because she just loves them so much. She wears them every day. So I have a question for you. Do you have your life all planned out, but it's on hold until you retire? Here's 3 lessons I learned. First, I became aware of the fantastic benefit that Capital Group's charitable giving program is. Go explore that portal. There are so many different ways for us to touch lives. Second, volunteering has no age limits. I mean, I'm a senior citizen and I am going strong. Don't wait to make a difference in your community or wherever you're guided. Start living now. But I warn you, be prepared, because your world will explode. And the third lesson, the magic I experienced breathed new life into me. Oh, yes, that loneliness is still there. I miss Bob dearly. But I have so much joy to share with him now. Oh, and he's having a blast getting to know the girls. And he just is so happy when he sees how much happiness they bring into my life. Do I look happy? You better believe that I'm happy. Remember when Bob said, he told me, PJ, everything's going to work out. Who would have thought that me traveling halfway around the world to a rescue center would be the one that was rescued? How wise Bob is. I have 2 quotes I want to share with you. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. I found my gift at the rescue center. Finding my gift and giving it away has made me vitally alive in the core of my very beingness. And the second quote. Everyone says that love hurts, but that's not true. Loneliness hurts. Rejection hurts. Losing someone hurts. Everyone gets these confused with love. But in reality, love is the only thing in this world that covers up all the pain and makes someone feel worthy and wonderful again, deep in their own beingness. To my adopted daughters in Kenya, mwah! I love you, and I can hardly wait to see you again in December. And to Bob, you are my bestest friend. The new generation, Bob, they would say that you're my BFF. I am so grateful that you're my forever partner as we continue on this remarkable journey that we're taking together. How lucky I am. Well, I tell ya, as usual, I gotta get back to work. But I'll talk to you tonight, okay? I love you. Bye-bye.